Alright, so welcome back, guys. Today, what I want to go ahead and talk about is just changing your mindset. And if you can't watch this short video, then you're just a lazy motherfucker. Just skip on out of here. That tells me everything. You can't even watch a simple short video that tells you how to switch your mindset, how to, because being successful, it all starts here. It all starts in the mindset. And if you can't watch and sit through a simple video that will lay a foundation, then that just tells me you're just a lazy motherfucker and you can't even fucking sit through a simple video that will tell you how to do the things that successful people had taught me. So now that I got that out of the way, basically it all starts here, man. First, you want to get your emotions. You don't want to deal with finance. No, let me say that again. You don't want to attach your finances to your emotions, which basically means you don't want to basically say, because I've met so many millionaires and I've asked them the same thing: is it true that money makes you happiness? And they all say the same thing: no. You could buy things that will give you temporary happiness, but eventually it'll just go down. It'll just be something else, kind of like when you reach your goal. Let's say you had a minimum wage job. You really wanted to buy some new pair of sneakers, and then you get them, and then eventually, that you already reached that goal. So then first you get happy, like, oh hell yeah, I was able to get these sneakers, and then from there you reach another goal. And then that one you already got. And now you move on to the next one. So you can attach happiness and, sadness, whatever it is, to your finances. Because let's say you have your first $10,000 month. You're all happy, you're all ecstatic. But then the next month it's, 3,000. Then you're going to be like, oh man, what am I doing wrong? You get all sad because you don't understand what you're doing. It happens. That's the thing about owning a business. You're going to have your amazing months, and you're going to have some months where you're going to have to look back and say, okay, what can we do better to make this month either the same or better? And obviously you want to shoot for better. So you want to start here with your mindset. You don't want to attach your emotions. For example, if when it comes to money, a lot of people say, yeah, if I had $1 million, man, I'd be happy because I'd be able to buy this, buy that, buy that. But then it's the same thing. If let's say you have your kid and he says, dad, I want to go to college, and you tell him like, nah, don't go to college. Like, college is not gonna make you happy. And it's gonna be like, motherfucker, I don't want to go to college to be happy. I want to do it because I want to do this. It's the same thing when you have, your finances, when you're starting a business, when you're trading stocks, forex, crypto, whatever it is. You have to keep your emotions in check for the same reason, because emotional intelligence is something that everyone needs to get in check. I see so many motherfuckers, and this happened to me back then when I didn't know how to, I would react on my emotions. For example, it's so easy to change people's emotions, and I want you guys to try this. Say you're with your chick or just with someone, but this mostly works on females. So say she has, I don't know, she has a dog or something. Now, just ask her this: picture your dog. Do this. Tell her, picture your dog. He's just looking at you, and then he just gives you that stare, like, I want food. He gives you those puppy eyes, and then just and dies. He just dies. And then watch their emotion fade out. They're gonna be, picturing the dog, and then they're gonna picture their dog dead, completely dead, heartbeat stopped, flat on the ground, and their emotions are they're gonna go, you're gonna be all fishing. So it's so easy to change people's emotions. But if you attach emotions to everything in your life, whether it's finances, choices, starting a business, things like that, then that's gonna make your life more stressful. So whenever you feel stress, it's one or two things. One, you feel stressed because you feel like you're not doing enough, or two, you feel stressed because you're doing way too much. So what I do to help me with my stress, when I do feel stressed, I'm like, okay, either I'm not doing enough or I'm doing too much. So I make a list basically, and I write down everything that I'm doing. Okay, I'm working on this business, I'm doing marketing for this, and then I'm doing my side hustle right here, and then I'm trying to learn how to trade this, and then I gotta pick up my kid from school at this time, and then drop him off, then go to parent-teacher conference, whatever. So then from there, you start seeing like, okay, I already know how to do this. So, I could actually hire someone to do it or teach someone. Hire someone, teach them how to do it, and just, that'll take away some stress. Or if you're not doing enough, then what you could go ahead and do is just say, okay, I'm not doing enough. What do I do on the regular basis? Okay, so there's 24 hours in the days, 8 hours I spend sleeping. Then I take a shower for this long. What am I doing in that time frame? Okay, I'm working for 3 hours, and then I'm studying for 3 hours, and then what's left? What am I doing? Okay, so I'm just being a lazy motherfucker. I'm just playing video games on my free time, watching Netflix, not doing shit. That's why I'm feeling stressed. And then at night, when I'm alone with my thoughts, I start to overthink, man, if I could only, if you have a 9 to 5, if I could only make more money, so I could leave my 9 to 5. But you're, in your free time, instead of studying, going on YouTube or just reading whatever you can, networking, messaging other people that have done what you want to do, learning from them, you're sitting on your ass playing video games, fucking jacking off, watching Netflix. That's not going to get you where you want to go. So when I started my business, right here, King's Choice, link in the description if you want to go ahead and try it. We are in a few local supplement shops, currently expanding as well. Best one out there, best coffee with protein, and it's the best in the world, guaranteed. So anyway, when I started this business, I didn't know how to start it. And I talked about that on my previous video. If you haven't watched it, I'll go ahead and link in the description as well, so you could go ahead and watch it. So I talked about how, I didn't know how to start. So then I started messaging all these suppliers, and they kept denying me. Then I messaged one of my friends who, he has his own business and he deals with suppliers. So I asked him, to give me some advice. And because I was able to network, I was able to gain some knowledge and to benefit me to be able to create this. But if it wasn't for that, if I was just a shy motherfucker, if I never met, a millionaire, or if I was just too shy to ask, what do you do for a living? Things like that. Something as simple as, if you see a guy in a McLaren, and you just stop him, you're right next to him, instead of just saying like, hey man, nice car. Don't be shy. Ask him, what do you do for a living? How long did it take you? Things like that. So ask so you could gain from their knowledge. So maybe they're that missing piece in the puzzle that you need to get you to where you want to be, and then shot you up to space. Because when a rocket's heading into space, it doesn't stop, it keeps going. So you want to have speed. And I learned this from another gentleman. When you're starting a business, that's what's helped me with this one. Because I've started a few businesses in the past. And so before I get into this concept, I basically start to overthink. I'm like, okay, because I compare myself to others. Because, instead of focusing on myself, I'm like, okay, they're doing this, so I'm going to try that. Instead of saying, okay, they're doing this, how can I get that and make it better to my business? Things like that. And that's when I was doing the detailing, because there's so many detailing business out there. It's ridiculous. So then I kept comparing myself, and then after I sold it, and then from there, I was playing a lot of defense at one point. And when I met this one gentleman, he's made it, man. He's from Austin. He does fulfillment on Amazon now, because he just does side hustles. Like, he's made it. But what he told me when he started his first business, it failed. And why did it fail? He told me, I failed my first business because I was playing defense. And the way he basically described this, when I was playing defense, I was worried about losing money when I hadn't even made any. So, he had his business and he was just focused like, oh, like, what if this happens? What if that happens? Instead of playing offense and just going in on marketing, going in with salespeople, trying to sell his product, things like that. So for example, in solar companies, if they're just solar companies, let's say they don't have their salespeople, they go and knock. Let's say they just have their location and they just play defense. So obviously you can make a lot of money owning a solar company, even just selling solar. So let's say you're an owner for a solar company, but instead of playing offense, getting your team and going out knocking on some doors, making sure you get the solar panels installed, so you can make 100 grand a month, whatever. You're just playing defense. So instead, what you're doing, you're just waiting for the customer to come. How long do you think it's gonna take for you to actually make that 100 grand? Do you think the person that's playing offense is gonna go out and get it and make their 100 grand like that? Obviously, it's gonna take time, but do you think they're gonna do it faster than the one playing defense? Of course. So when you're starting a business, obviously certain points you do want to play defense when it's on a business, because you don't want to just go and spend all this money and then run your shit to the ground. You want to have a plan, but you want to be in offense, because my product, every day I wake up and I start boom, 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 posting about it, and I don't stop every day. This is what I'm pushing, and it's helped me so much. Now, in a span of barely it hasn't even been a month yet, and I'm already in supplement shops. Why? Because I was pushing it so hard. I went out and I met business owners. I met people. This is what you want. And a lot of them said, yeah, but we have this protein. I'm like, yeah, but you don't have this kind of protein. You don't have a protein that's coffee that can be consumed hot or cold at the same time. You're still getting 10 grams of protein per scoop. You're still getting 175 milligrams of caffeine. I told them, I was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and do it. I'll restock you. I'll give you we'll work out a deal, whatever. You let me know. Just post about it and let me know if people even, react to it. Because I was pushing it so hard, the moment they posted about it, boom, people, do you have it in? Can I go get it? When is it in? I need some. Because I was pushing it so, I've been seeing this all over Instagram. So now it's helping their business with my product. Because I was pushing it so hard. I was on offense, just pushing. If I was just on defense, let's just say I was just using Instagram. And I have my website. Let's say I still have my website. And I was just using Instagram, just pushing. But I wasn't out going to these shops like, you need my product. Like, this product is something that people need, people want. You think, maybe I would have some sales, but I wouldn't have as many if I go and push it out myself. Because you gotta be in offense if you're running your own business. You gotta be the coach, you gotta be the quarterback, you gotta be the running back, you gotta be everyone in offense pushing it. A team, yes, they do need a defense. Yes, they do. But when you're starting out, look at Coca-Cola, for example. Coca-Cola is already in the billions. Who doesn't know about Coca-Cola? Heck, even Red Bull. Everyone knows about Red Bull. Everyone knows about Coca-Cola. But if these billion dollar industries and brands, if they're still pushing advertisements, what makes you think you should stop for your own business? Even if you're in the billions, these are worth billions of dollars. These are billion-dollar companies, and they're still pushing advertisements, whether it's 7-Up, Sprite, Pepsi, Fanta, whatever it is, Monster. They're always pushing their product. And they don't have to if they don't want to, but they're always on that offense mentality. They say, I want to be out there. I want to push this as much as I can. Heck, if you go to any gas station, I guarantee you could find a Red Bull. I guarantee you could find a Coca-Cola. Guarantee you any grocery store you go to, not even a grocery store, just any store, you'll find a Coca-Cola, maybe even a Red Bull, because they push so hard. And they're at the point where they don't need to, but they're still doing it. So if they're still doing it, what makes you think you shouldn't? Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'll be posting a lot more. I know I haven't posted for a while because I was focused on this. So I'm going to continue to keep posting. I appreciate your guys' support. I will leave the link in the description down below if you guys want to go ahead and try it. So make sure you get your orders in. We do international shipping. go ahead and try it, and I'll link the links to my Instagram as well. If you guys have any questions, whether you're starting your own business, you just have questions about, you know, mentality, whatever it is, entrepreneurship. I've tried so many things, man. If I don't have the answer, I guarantee you I could find someone that does. So don't be hesitant to send me a DM if you have any questions. Go ahead and follow me. Go ahead and get your orders in. And I hope you guys liked the video. So stay tuned for the next one. Thank you guys for watching.